Iburu Iboya Bucheche, Cyberland. How are you? Hey, blessings to you guys all. Hopefully everybody enjoyed Thanksgiving. I think I did a video on Thanksgiving or the day before Thanksgiving, I can't remember, on just something simple, why we feast, right? For Ishua Lewa. So now I'm constantly working, right? So now I'm actually in Osine world. I don't know if you guys heard of Osine. You guys ever heard of Osine? We talk about herbs, we talk about potions, we're talking about a lot of different things that can actually help people. This is where, when we talk about witch doctors, right? We talk about people who used to use the earth to actually heal themselves or to do things bad, right? So everything has a balance. So I'll tell you a little bit about Osine, right? Osine is supposed to be the greenery, supposed to be the earth. If the story goes correct, right? Some of the patakis that give us some kind of mental lessons on what that true message is, says that when the earth was created through the vegetation, that's how Osine was born. There's a lot of connections to Osine, to Chango, to Orula. So there's a lot of connections there as well. So a lot of different households, you'll see where Osine gets fed with certain orishas. Sometimes, and a lot of times, Chango, depending on what part of Kua, what type of house you're in, and so forth. But anyway, Osine. Osine is also represented. You see somebody with, make sure I get the right one, with Osine beads, right? See different colors. Osine's a very colorful person, right? Because the vegetation, the earth, everything comes with a lot of colors. Another thing about Osine is that not everybody has Osine. And Osine is not meant to be mounted, which means that for the all orishas out there, you have a guardian, you're going to try to go to Ocha and try to be crowned. You got to understand that Osine doesn't get crowned, so don't worry about that. So Osine is not going to be your guardian. But the other thing about Osine is that Osine, very similar to Oru, and Oru is for a different topic. Osine is very, very mysterious in the sense that Osine is his own cult, right? Now, a lot of people don't like that word cult. We'll call it a brotherhood. We'll call it a fraternity, right? So only certain people get to be in that house of Osine, okay? So with that being said, Osine is kind of out in the midst of things, but always has their hands dabbling inside the Ocha and the Ifa world, especially because we use herbs for everything, right? Which is one of the main reasons why I'm even having this video right now, which is, let me show you a little bit of something that I'm working on. All right, you guys probably see it here. See my herbs? Right? Got a whole bunch of herbs right here. And the intent of these herbs is so I can start getting all my baths together, especially because I know with the new year coming along, I don't want to get backed up, but got to send out baths to my god kids. I get people calling me all the time saying they need a bath so they can start the new year right. I personally prescribe 2 baths. One, to get rid of all the negative energy, push everything out, right? It's kind of like turpentine with paint, right? Just kind of, and then number 2 bath, it's going to be the one that you're going to clean yourself with. That's going to refresh you, glow, that karma, that aura, that inside, that ori, and let it expand and push out, right? Get rid of all your enemies, open up all those doors. Very beautiful, very beautiful. But that's what the number 2 bath does. So I call it number 1, number 2, just so it's easy. People know, oh, this is the first one, this is the second one. But every herb, okay, like the ones I have on here, have a different set of properties, different purpose spiritually. Okay, so you got to be very smart. So a lot of people of Osine, like me, we have to study real hard on what the herbs are for. And you don't want to mix one herb with the other if they don't go together. If there's a purpose that you're trying to accomplish, well, you got to make sure that you're doing the right thing. So you got to be very smart on what you're doing with that. So, but that's for another time. That's for another time. But again, as I get ready to get this going, I got my pot boiler. All right, big old caldero. Excited. I had to go buy that one because the baths are just becoming more and more. So I got to do like 4 of those big old calderos, and then boom, bottle them up. Now, like I've told everybody before, your faith drives a lot of what happens, right? Your faith moves mountains. It's all up to you. No? So you can, if you knew the right herbs to use and the right properties, right? You can make your own baths, okay? Now, here's where, let's say making your own baths is 50%. 50% is pretty good. That's half, right? That's half the battle. You make your own bath. Now, for those who have mão de orula, right? Awofaka, ikofa, right? Your padrinos should have gave you some powder in there, right? That's your ache. Your ache de orula. And so with these baths, you take some of that powder and you sprinkle it inside each of those baths. Okay? That's another 25%. I say, well, not even 25%. I say 15%, right? So that puts you at 65%. The other 35% is going to be whether we strengthened it with some babalawache, which is a ache de orula from someone who doesn't have just one part of orula but has the full part, someone like me. And then we added another 10% in there, puts us at 75. But that other 25%, I mean, my math was all jacked up, but you guys get it, right? You drive it, okay? Half of making these baths work comes from you and your heart. The other half is going to come from, depending on the type of expertise you want. What type of prescription do you want? Do you want my ache? Do you maybe you have mano de orula, you put your ache? Those are the things that matter, okay? And living life humble, got to be humble, all right? You being humble, okay? You showing the world that you're here. Nothing can touch you. These baths are going to work you. Your faith is strong. I'm telling you, you'll move mountains. Got to be humble. You got to be patient. All right? Just want to kind of share that with you, right? Osang, who Osang is. Getting ready for these baths, which is a very good idea. At the beginning of the year, get these baths out the way. Start fresh, okay? If you have your mano de orula, okay, which is your awofaka or your ikofa for females, take some of that powder, put those in the baths, or hit me up, whatever you guys want to do, you know, and let me know if you need something. I shoot you my email address. We'll make some arrangements. It doesn't matter. Do right for yourself, and that's the key. All right, with that said, Iburu, Iboya, Ibucheche, everybody in Cyberland. Hopefully you guys enjoy your holidays as we cross into the December. Ooh, cold. But I'm in Florida, so not so cold. Iburu, Iboya, Ibucheche. Always a pleasure.